Welcome to another RSR. Tonight I'm reviewing Morocco U23 4, United States U23 0 in the Paris 2024 Men's Football Tournament Quarterfinals. Morocco beat the ever-loving brakes off the United States. 4-0, 4-0. Morocco Sub-23 4. Estados Unidos Sub-23 0. La Quarterfinal de la Fútbol Masculino Quarterfinal Paris 2024. I mean, this was a legitimate joke. I mean, this was a joke. Straight up. I said it was possible I would rant this morning. No, it will happen because this was a joke. An absolute joke. And if you want to say the U.S. hit their ceiling at the Olympics, you're taking away all context because this was horrible. Goals were scored as follows. In the 28th minute, penalty is given to Morocco. Nathan Harriel pulls his foot up, kicks a foot out of the Moroccan player in the box, goes down. Sofiane Rahimi takes the penalty, takes the shot, puts it in that keyhole between the post and Patrick Schulte's hand. It's 1-0 in the 28th minute. 1-0. That's the way we go into half. 1-0. 1-0 medio tiempo. Listen, they're lucky it wasn't more. They're lucky it wasn't 2 or 3 at the half because Morocco was cooking them down the right for most of the half. Then later on, the left, they started cooking them down. It was more kamikaze, more blitzkrieg down the right for sure. Ilyas Akamak, that kid was amazing. Him and Hakimi had such great overruns, overlaps, give and goes, the way they played down the right. My God, that kid was amazing. I'll touch more on his performance later. But dear God, that kid looked awesome. Akamak. My God, how amazing that player looked playing down the right. Just so technically sound, so pacey, so good with the ball at his feet. Wow. I will have to say that. But again, Morocco was cooking the USA left, right, and center. It should have been 3 or 4 at the half. It should have been 8-0. This performance was so bad. So bad. There were so many things that connected to it. We'll get there. Well, we got to finish talking about the goals. 63rd minute, Ilyas Akamak scores. Again, gets the ball played into him. The ball stays in. It does not go out. Ball crossed in. He's running at the near post. Schulte doesn't expect it. I think he thought it went out as well. Again, just slots it into that keyhole between the post and the hand. 2-0, 2-0. Beautiful run. Basically comes out of nowhere. He's onside too, so I think they were checking the ball going out when they did check it. But damn, what a run. What a run. 70th minute, Achraf Hakimi scores, gets the ball at his feet, runs into the box, just rolls the ball into the net. Schulte comes way out and gets beat for it. 3-0, 3-0. 90+1, a handball penalty off Harriel. They give the penalty to Morocco, and they wrap it up in a nice little bow. El Mehdi Mahboub scores the penalty, just lasers it into the net. Again, that keyhole. Schulte gets a hand to it, but it gets absolutely vaporized into the net. 4-0, 4-0. That's the way the match would end. 4-0 for Morocco. Full-time stats are as follows. 15 shots to 9, 8 shots on goal to 1, 53% possession to 47% possession, 470 passes to 410, 89% pass accuracy to 88, 10 fouls to 17, 0 offside to 1, 1 yellow card to 2, 0 red cards to 0, 8 corners to 3. Now, I will say to Morocco, they were the better team all game. They dog-walked the USA. They dog-walked the American U23s. The way they played, left, right, and center, that ball was getting into the final third with impunity. With impunity, that ball got into the final third. Like, the fact that this game was 4-0 and not 8-0 is lucky. Is absolutely lucky for the USA. They should have gotten absolutely beaten pillar to post. And honestly, they did. The scoreline doesn't show it, but they got beat pillar to post. And the scoreline should have reflected that as well. Morocco was over them like white on rice. Over them like white on rice. It was an absolute battering. Battering. And the thing that made it worse is that the USA played their worst game of this tournament. Absolutely. Against France, they played well. They just weren't clinical, but France was. They played very well against New Zealand and Guinea. The one match that matters are the four. They come up, bar. Bust. Like it's Vegas. Go to Paris. Spend all your money, watch all your money disappear. That's what happened. They got owned. Owned, I tell you. And Marko Mitrovic, blood is on your hands, you football terrorist. Sir, first off, you call up Jordi Mihailovic because you're both Serbian and you coached him at the Fire. That's the only reason he got called up. And I'm damn near sure that Gooch had nothing to do with that call-up. People say he did. Nah, there's no way. There's no way he would call up Jordi Mihailovic over Diego Luna and Cade Cowell. That was you. Nepotistic call-up. And then your picks for this squad, your squad selections were absolutely brain dead. Duncan Maguire sits on the bench until you're down 2-0. Until you're down. Sitting on the bench, and you have Paxton Aronson playing the 9. Are you delusional? And this isn't the first time, because Duncan Maguire against France gets played under Jordi Mihailovic for the bulk of that game. Instead of playing the 9, he plays the 10. Jordi plays the 9. Guess what? Once you go down, you start moving him forward, and then he gets subbed off basically instantly as soon as he plays the 9. I don't know about you, but I think that call was absolutely horrible. That was the worst. The worst. Duncan Maguire has been wasted at this tournament. Wasted. And then you pull off Jack McGlynn way too late when he should not have been playing defensive midfield anyway, and he was on a yellow card for most of the match. You finally pull him. 60 minutes too late for a defensive midfielder. But of course, that's what you do because your selections are the worst. And your tactics are horrible, Marco. You should be fired now. Never coach a underage team game again. Whether it's U23s, U17s, U20s, never, never, never. You suck. I'd rather have Luchi Gonzalez. At least you're not Jason Christ. Horrible. 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 So bad. So bad. The worst. And then these players have the gall to absolutely shit the bed. They shit the bed. The worst game they've played all tournament. The tactics were wrong. The performances were horrible. They got absolutely dog-walked. Dog-walked. They got dog walked by Morocco. And you say they hit their ceiling. And you say they hit their ceiling this summer. No. Use context. 4-0 to Morocco. And you're like, oh, they hit their ceiling this summer, the U23s did. Bullshit. Bullshit. A quarterfinal loss is hitting a ceiling if you don't lose 4-0. You know what hitting a ceiling is? When you lose 1-0 in the quarterfinals. You fight your ass off, but you lose. Okay, great. But you don't hit your ceiling if you get owned, dog walked like that by a Morocco team that their best player is Achraf Hakimi. That's their only U23 player. The rest of the team you wouldn't think would own you like that, but they cooked you. They cooked you. They made some big, big names for themselves today. And the USA look like chumps. Marko Mitrovic looks like an idiot. The team looks like chumps. And I'll say this, my man of the match is Ilyas Akamak. Because that kid, amazing. If there's anything positive out of this game is watching that kid play Akamak, oh my God. So amazing. So amazing. What a wonderful player. What a wonderful player. That's the type of guy that, hell, a team like the U.S. needs for sure. But even in general, like, he should be playing in MLS. Let's just go with a catch-all. You know what that means. You know what that means when I say it. With that being said, that kid is amazing. He's amazing. With that being said, though, the USA, you're horrible. You're horrible. And by the way, this was the worst summer for U.S. soccer ever. U.S. football, U.S. soccer. They get grouped at the Copa. They certainly didn't meet their ceiling there. And at the Olympics, I'd venture to say they didn't meet their ceiling here either on the men's side. Because, again, you need context. A quarterfinal loss, if it was a hard-fought 1-0, fine, you hit your ceiling. A 4-0 drubbing where you got dog-walked and it could have been 8? No. No. You underperformed. You underperformed. Point blank, period. With that being said, if you like this video, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribed. Send some chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put us to playlist. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I'll see you tomorrow night for a live watch-along and review of Inter Miami CF versus Tigres UANL. Sunday, I'll be live for Toronto versus Pachuca, and we'll review that one. Monday, I'll be vlogging my day out to the Cardinals-Mets redo at Busch Stadium because I can. So there's that. But nothing else today. It's going to be a nice little resting Friday besides making 2 streams. And I'm definitely going to hit the hay now because, dear God, I need it. I think I'm about to crash. Not a sugar crash, but more of a just spit out all my rage crash. There you go. With that being said, I'll see you later. I'm Rant and I'm out. Peace. Marko Mitrovic, you suck. The U23s, put your heads back down. And, dear God, U.S. men's football, horrible summer. I'm Rant and I'm out. Peace. Congratulations, Morocco. Commiserations, USA.